Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Nampak? Selalu berbagi dengan Tuan Haji Zarul sahaja dan
Betul.
Amar Yusof sahaja.
Baik.
Untuk 2016 kita bersama-sama.
Kita bersama-sama.
Untuk generasi prihatin ini.
Yang dibawakan oleh Islamic Relief Malaysia setiap hari Rabu sebenarnya. Dan sesuatu yang istimewa pagi ini, selain kita bawakan pengarah negara Islamic Relief Malaysia, kita bawakan juga Brother Salah Abdul Qasim dari Islamic Relief Itali selaku pengarah negara Itali, dan juga selaku fundraising department dari Islamic Relief Worldwide.
Seluruh dunia.
Seluruh dunia.
Okey.
Baik, kita tahu bahawa Islamic Relief sentiasa berikrar untuk memerangi pelbagai perkara. Ini antaranya yang termasuk seperti apa ni, Raifa?
Okey. Baik, memerangi penderitaan, kelaparan dan juga penyakit di seluruh dunia. Dan pastinya Tuan Haji kan, pelbagai perkara, pelbagai usaha perlu dilakukan untuk kita mengumpul dana bagi membantu mereka yang memerlukan. Ada kempen My Sedekah yang paling besar sebenarnya untuk IRM. Mungkin Tuan Haji boleh kongsikan.
Ya, terima kasih banyak. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Raifa dan Amar, dan juga salam sejahtera kepada kakak-kakak, abang-abang, adik-adik dan sahabat-sahabat pendengar Bernama Radio 24. Terima kasih, bersyukur saya kerana kesudian Bernama Radio untuk bersama menjadi rakan kemanusiaan kita bagi menyebarkan salam rahmah ini, iaitu Gen P. Baik, insya-Allah antara tugas dan tanggungjawab kita dalam Islamic Relief ialah untuk memudahkan bagi orang melakukan kebaikan. Khairun nas anfahum linnas. Maka yang terbaik di kalangan insan itu adalah yang memberi manfaat kepada orang lain. Nah, apa yang berlaku sekarang ini ialah dengan sedikit pengalaman kami setelah 31 tahun di lebih dari 45 buah negara, kita tengok kekerapan, disaster ataupun bencana yang berlaku semakin banyak. Kan? Sama ada krisis kerana peperangan, kebuluran ataupun maknanya krisis-krisis bencana yang disebabkan oleh dengan kehendak Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Jadi apabila kita setiap kali kita kempen dan kita memohon derma ataupun kita menceritakan apa yang berlaku, kadang-kadang dilihat alhamdulillah masyarakat Malaysia yang sangat prihatin dan mahu membantu ini, kadang-kadang ada istilah yang kita panggil sebagai donor fatigue. Dia pun jadi kejung juga, kata takkan nak minta je kerja, nak minta saja. Jadi apa yang kami buat ialah kita create ataupun kita wujudkan satu skim yang kita panggil My Sedekah. Sekarang ni di Malaysia banyak-banyak My. Jadi dalam hal ini My Sedekah. Inilah dia sedekah saya, inilah dia saham akhirat saya, inilah dia jambatan rahmah saya. Dan bermakna apabila seseorang menderma melalui My Sedekah ini, dia memberikan amanah dan juga memberikan tanggungjawab kepada pihak Islamic Relief Malaysia untuk mengatur dan menyalurkan dana itu, bantuan itu kepada siapa yang memerlukan, yang sangat kritikal pada ketika itu. Jadi tidak ada bermusim sekarang ni nampaknya.
Maksudnya sentiasa berterusan, tidak ada pernah berhentinya untuk anda menjadi seorang pemberi manfaat kepada penerima manfaat.
Tidak bermusim dan berterusan, insya-Allah.
Baik, dan sesuatu yang istimewa untuk semua pendengar kita, untuk generasi prihatin ataupun Gen P pagi ini, kita bawakan Brother Salah Abdul Qasim dari Fundraising Development Islamic Relief Worldwide. Selamat datang ke Malaysia. Welcome to Malaysia, Brother Salah.
Waalaikumsalam. Selamat datang.
Selamat datang. Okay, thank you for being here with us. Thank you for spending your time down here with us at Bernama Radio 24.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, brother, Islamic Relief was established in the UK since 1984, and you have been to few countries where Islamic Relief operated. Can you share with us what is your experience with Islamic Relief worldwide?
Well, firstly, as you mentioned, alhamdulillah, by the blessing and mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Islamic Relief actually 2 days ago celebrated its 32nd anniversary. So Islamic Relief is now 32 years old.
Congratulations to Islamic Relief.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you.
You say congratulations to Islamic Relief, but actually congratulations to everybody. Because Islamic Relief is not mine or Brother Zairul's. Islamic Relief is yours. Islamic Relief is that for humanity. And Islamic Relief, alhamdulillah, with the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, was established with a good intention. There was a group of doctors who were students in Birmingham University in the UK.
At that time
in the 1980s, where there was famine in Africa. And they saw that themselves as doctors should go to Africa to see how they could help. The Islamic Relief didn't exist then, but their intention existed to try to help someone who was in need. So what they did is they went to Africa. And when they were there, they saw that the majority of the people who were suffering were Muslims. And for them, they felt ashamed to think that all these people are suffering, but they're not being supported by their Muslim brothers and sisters, predominantly from all around the world. So the brother, on his return back to the UK, because he went to Sudan, on his return back, this was Dr. Hani al-Banna, the founder of Islamic Relief. On his way back, he stopped in Egypt. And he got his family and friends together, because if Raifa or Ammar or myself or Zaira, if any one of us has a problem, the first people you go to help is your family.
It is.
So he went to, he's of Egyptian origin, so he went to his family in Egypt and he said to them, look, there are people suffering in Africa, give some money because I will return and help them. And there was one person, just one person who helped him. It was a 9-year-old boy. From the whole family, from everyone, it was a 9-year-old boy. And he gave something that is like half 1 ringgit. That's it. And this was the first donation, and this was the beginning of Islamic Relief. So a young boy with a beautiful heart wanted to help and saw that people were in need. Following the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, which is what? Which is, the Muslim Ummah is like one body. If one part is hurting, all of it is hurting. So no matter where anyone comes from, Muslim or non-Muslim, Islamic Relief for 32 years has done its utmost best to help everyone everywhere. And this is our role and responsibility. And as Muslims, actually, we should be the first to respond. We should be the best to respond. And we should be those, like the Prophet ﷺ, to be rahmatan lil alameen, to bring mercy upon mankind. So Islamic Relief, established in 1984 with a small donation, and 32 years later is operating in more than 35 countries. This was by a good intention, by someone wanting to make a change. So you asked a question, you were asking about the countries that we're operating in and that I visited. And I really want to share the idea that, alhamdulillah, Islamic Relief is for everyone. Islamic Relief, alhamdulillah, has existed with the mercy and blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, number one. And number two, by fantastic people like yourselves at the Bernama radio here who are supporting us. And all the listeners out there who've donated my sadaqah, who've donated their zakat, who've given whatever they can to help those in need. So the beauty of the idea is, if everybody does something small, you can make a big change. And this is how Islamic Relief has been growing for 32 years.
Okay, but brother, we will love to talk more about this later, but we need to update the news.
Okay.
We're going to come back in a short while.
No problem.
Assalamualaikum, kami Raihan.
Islamic Relief Malaysia akan berkongsi ilmu, pengalaman serta penceritaan kisah-kisah benar.
Juga situasi terkini di negara yang mengalami musibah agar kita menjadi generasi prihatin terhadap kesengsaraan dan cabaran yang dihadapi oleh warga dunia yang lain melalui segmen Gen P.
Hayatilah pengalaman Islamic Relief sejak 1984 di lebih dari 40 buah negara di dalam segmen Gen P. Eksklusif hanya di
Bernama Radio 24.
pada setiap Rabu jam 8.30 pagi.
Fikir kemanusiaan,
Fikir Islamic Relief.
daripada kami Raihan, ikon kemanusiaan
Islamic Relief.
Okey, kembali semula untuk generasi prihatin bersama-sama Islamic Relief Malaysia istimewa. Kita bawakan juga Brother Salah Abdul Qasim kan bersama-sama kita. Kalau anda ada sebarang soalan boleh hubungi kami.
Baik, untuk pengetahuan, untuk rekod kepada semua pendengar dan juga yang selalu menantikan program Gen P ni, Brother Salah Abdul Qasim merupakan pengarah negara Islamic Relief Itali dan juga merupakan manager ataupun pengurus untuk fundraising development untuk Islamic Relief worldwide. Okay, this is another question for you, Brother Salah.
Yep.
What we are looking right now, what happens in the world with IS and stuff, Daesh, with those militants, things are happening all around the world with bombing here and there. Is this really affecting the effort that which is tried to be developed by IR worldwide? I mean, Islamophobia, that which is happening right now.
Well, Islamic Relief focuses on helping
others.
humanitarian related issues. And unfortunately, in the majority of the humanitarian issues that are currently taking place in the world, they tend to affect Muslims in the Muslim countries. Okay? So you talked about the current political challenges that exist in the world. Of course, these are affecting us in a major way, like they are affecting everyone. Okay? And for us, we wish we did not have to exist. We wish that we as an organization, I wish I didn't have a job. Alhamdulillah, Allah has blessed us to have this job, and we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this, but we wish we did not have to exist. Our dream and our hope is that Islamic Relief is finished, because there is no need anymore. But when there is a need, we will continue to work. So you talked about some of the political issues. Yes, of course, because with everything that's happening, there is the higher amount of refugees that are subhanallah being growing in terms of numbers. You talk about the migrant move, and you mentioned about Italy. Italy and in other southern areas within Europe, you've seen the major move. The biggest humanitarian crisis in our living time is that of Syria.
Yes, sir.
And of course, it is a political situation, but we have to respond to the humanitarian one. Meaning that due to the politics, due to everything that's going on, it's created a humanitarian crisis. There are more than 25 million people who are suffering because of the Syria-related issue. These numbers are not just numbers, these numbers are major, they're huge. So we as Islamic Relief, our first responsibility is to do advocacy, to tell people there is a humanitarian crisis. Let us, for the situation of Madaya, our first responsibility is not to say give us money to help people of Madaya. The first responsibility is to lobby everyone around the world to call for a safe access to be able to help people. So before I say give me money, I need to say I need to be able to reach the people. So I need to lobby, I need to advocate, I need to say there is a humanitarian crisis, I need to raise the awareness. And of course then I must say to people, we are there, we are delivering, give us the money to help the people. So due to the politics, over 25 million people suffering in Syria. They are becoming, now this is the biggest humanitarian crisis in our living memory in the last 50 to 100 years, the biggest humanitarian crisis. The numbers are huge. More than 50% of the Syrian population have fled their homes. This is a people who used to give zakah. Now they are receiving zakah. Subhanallah. Now they are receiving zakah. This is a people that they don't have any safety in their country. They don't have any ability to sleep in a normal way. This is a generation that will be affected. There are children who are born in camps that are now 4 and 5 years. The situation in Syria is more than 5 years now. So there are children who have not had education. There are people who have been living in a tent. There are people who are dying from the freezing and the cold and the situation of living in these camps. Right now is the winter time, of course, in that part in the world. Okay? And just think and imagine trying to living in a refugee camp all of your life as a 5-year-old child. Beyond this, think of having to flee your home. You know, I've been to Syria, I've been to Jordan, I've been to Lebanon, okay? I've been to Egypt, I've been in Europe working with the refugees, and I've seen and I've spoken to them. And the hardest thing that people forget, what is the number one issue? Is the idea that tomorrow will be better, but every day still waiting for that tomorrow. Is the idea of hope. Each one of these people every day, they keep thinking, inshallah tomorrow it will be better. Inshallah tomorrow I will go home. 5 years. Imagine 5 years thinking or hoping for tomorrow.
Always think positive.
Always thinking positive. But subhanAllah, it's very difficult because you keep thinking tomorrow, and it's not coming. But what's beautiful about these people, subhanAllah, they believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They also are not begging. These people are not begging. The test that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving these people is a big test. But the test is also for us. How are we responding? We're hearing, we're seeing, we're feeling, but now it's time to respond, to give to my sadaqah for Islamic Relief Malaysia, to support us, to help these people. We are working. But the difficult thing for someone like myself who's been on the ground in the field helping these people is meeting them and not being able to respond as much as we want to. Because the need is huge. Okay? We are helping in all different types of ways. The political situation is becoming more and more difficult. So we, of course, as a Muslim NGO, as the biggest Muslim NGO in the world, we are at the front of this issue. Okay? We're at the front of this issue, especially because we're operating all around the world. So we have to always be aware of everything that's going on and be ready to respond.
Okey. Baik, Tuan Haji, saya tertarik dengan apa yang Bro Salah katakan. Selain daripada kita membantu, kita juga kena meyakinkan orang ramai, mendidik orang ramai untuk membantu kita sebelum kita boleh salurkan kepada mereka yang benar-benar memerlukan. Dan setakat ini di Malaysia sendiri, sejauh mana kefahaman kita, sejauh mana penerimaan rakyat Malaysia untuk sama-sama membantu dalam isu-isu besar seperti ini?
Terima kasih untuk menyambung poin yang disebut oleh Brother Salah tadi. Ini yang saya selalu ulang dalam segmen Gen P kita, bahawa kita nak mewujudkan satu generasi yang bukan sekadar menyokong kerana emosi semata-mata. Sebab hanya kalau apa saja yang kita buat, kalau sekadar berpandu dengan emosi tanpa ilmu dan pengetahuan dan kesedaran, it will die off. Dia hanya seketika, dia bermusim, lepas tu tak ada dah. Ya, lepas tu lupa, and then life goes on as usual. Jadi benda ni sejajar dengan maknanya mission kita, iaitu untuk menjadi suara kepada mereka yang memerlukan. We are becoming the voice for the marginalized. Sebab mereka tidak ada akses, mereka daif, mereka tidak tahu di mana. Bernama Radio 24 contohnya. Jadi di sinilah yang sebagaimana Brother Salah sebut awal-awal tadi, is because of good people like you all. Orang-orang yang berhati harum, yang berhati mulia, seperti tuan-tuan di Bernama Radio 24 ini, yang telah membuka ruang untuk kita terus-menerus memberikan kesedaran ini. Mungkin dengar sekali dua, okeylah, biasa saja. Agaknya kena diketuk banyak kali, mudah-mudahan ada yang akan terbuka hati. Jadi di Malaysia, insya-Allah dan alhamdulillah, sebenarnya ramai yang berhati mulia dan berhati harum di luar sana. Tetapi kita pun tahu, sebab di luar sana tidak semua yang sepenuh masa macam kami. Jadi izinkan kami maknanya untuk membawa doa mereka, untuk menjadi jambatan untuk membawa harapan mereka, sokongan mereka, kepakaran mereka kepada mereka-mereka yang memerlukan ini di dalam dan juga di luar negara. Kalau boleh, hajat di hati saya tu ialah hendak membawa anda berdua ataupun warga di luar sana ke tempat-tempat, how I wish you all can see,
Melihat sendiri.
Melihat sendiri. Tetapi yang pertamanya ialah atas dasar kos dan kemampuan, dia tidak praktikal. Yang keduanya atas dasar keselamatan. Yang ketiganya atas dasar perasaan. Tidak semua orang bersedia untuk melihat. Baru saja cerita sikit pasal anak-anak, dah glasses in the eyes kan. Sedangkan kami berhadapan dengan apa yang Brother Salah sebut, ada benda yang real dan betul. Dan mungkin sebagaimana yang beliau sebut juga, hasrat kami ialah the ultimate success of Islamic Relief ialah we don't need to exist. Maknanya hakiki kejayaan kita, kalau separuh orang tu dikata lagi besar lagi baik. Tetapi bagi kami, wawasan kita ialah sekiranya wawasan itu telah tercapai, iaitu mewujudkan dunia prihatin, orang dibantu, semuanya okey, maka kita tidak perlu wujud lagi. Tapi mana dalam keadaan sekarang ni, kewujudan tu masih diperlukan.
Baik, Brother Salah, I can see the emotion that which is you try to when you try to talk about things that happen in Syria, things that which is you have been involved with. I can see a lot of emotions, like patience and also love from the glare of your eyes. But what I need to know is, but maybe a lot of listeners want to know as well, how did you start with Islamic Relief?
I was a volunteer. So I was a student studying in university, just before university actually, in the UK, because I was born in the UK and I'm from the UK.
You're British.
British, yeah. Well, of my father is Libyan and my
Different
mother is
descendant
British,
then.
so I have different descendants, but I'm born in the UK, alhamdulillah. In our local community, there was the situation of Palestine, which is close to everyone's heart, and Islamic Relief people were coming to our community and saying we need to raise funds and we need volunteers. And this is the important message for listeners. It's not always about giving money, it's also about giving time and giving your resource and your thinking. Maybe volunteers are more valuable than money, because you can offer more and you can open a network and you can give your skills. So at the time I said, look, I have energy, I want to help. I was a student. Many students don't have money.
Exactly.
So I didn't have money, but I said, look, I want to help. So I started volunteering. And then I was, alhamdulillah, given the responsibility of leading the local volunteer team. So I started leading a volunteer team in my city. So we would go to the streets, talk to people about Bangladesh, talk to them about Africa, talk to them about Palestine, raise funds. So we started organizing little bazaar activities, selling food, making food, selling food, going to the streets, collecting money, organizing events. I remember we organized a concert with Sami Yusuf, if you know Sami Yusuf.
Yes, sir.
And some other Rayhan as well. We brought them to our city from Malaysia, mashallah, beautiful brothers. So we organized fundraising concerts, fundraising activities to bring people together to give the message. So any opportunity to bring people or to give people the message. So on the streets, selling food, going to the shops, going to the public, going to the mosques, going everywhere. We just wanted to give the message. We understood the need, and our job was to go and give the message. So we started doing this, and then after a while, Islamic Relief said to me, I studied my degree in law, and when I was doing my degree, they said, look, would you consider working for us? And this was now 11 years ago, and I'm still with Islamic Relief now.
How did you stay strong, mentally, when you are facing our brothers and sisters from the affected countries? As for now, we are talking about Syria.
You know, I will share a story with you, if that's okay.
Please do.
I remember meeting a girl in Syria. Her name was Marwa.
Nice name.
Nice name, beautiful name, mashallah. We know Safa and Marwa, and we know the importance of this beautiful name. And this girl, at the age of 8 years old, there's a few things that she is my hero, and she is my inspiration. Why? Because when talking to her, she said, I have a problem. She began by saying, I have a problem. So you know when you meet children, the first thing you say to them, what is your name? And you also say to them, what would you like to be when you're older? She repeated twice, I have a problem. I have a problem. So I wanted to understand, what is that problem? What is it? She said, every time I close my eyes, I remember. Every time I close my eyes, I remember. So I'm sitting there and I'm a bit confused and I'm embarrassed because there is a young girl in front of me. I'm saying to her, what is your name? What do you want to be when you're older? Tell me about you. She says, I have a problem. She says, every time I close my eyes, I remember. When I try to sleep at night, I cannot sleep. When I close my eyes, I remember. I say, what is wrong? What's the problem? She said, I was living in Homs in Syria. And one night, our house was bombed. And as the bomb landed, I woke up and I'm shocked and I don't know what's going on around and everything around me. There is the whole building collapsing and I hear my mother and father scream and I go over to their room and I see and I cannot find them. There is smoke everywhere and I fall to the floor. And as I wake up, I move brick by brick and I go towards my mother and father and I find my parents are dead. I have a problem. Because every night I try to sleep and I close my eyes and I remember seeing my parents who've passed away because the bomb hit our house. And every night I close my eyes and I remember the scream of my mother and I remember the sound of the house collapsing around me. Why is she my hero? Because she doesn't sit and say, help me. She says, I have a problem. She says, I have a difficulty. But she says, I want to grow older and I want to learn to be a doctor so I can help people. She is my hero because she has belief. She is my hero because she left her home. She left everything. She has nothing. She is an orphan child, yet she has a big heart and she wants to help others and she has an aspiration and a hope. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us all so much. But wallahi, we don't have the strength of this young girl. That despite losing everything, despite her pain, she is still strong and wanting to help others.
That doesn't really kill her.
It doesn't stop her. And you asked me a question, you said, yes, brother, we have to be strong. When we are at the front line, humanitarian workers meeting with these people, it hurts our heart. I have a daughter, I have a son. I can't think and imagine the pain that these people are suffering. None of us can because we are not suffering their pain. And Allah, inshallah, will not give us this. But the major thing for us to learn from this, we have to be strong to help others. We have to learn and see and be inspired by them because they are facing difficulty. And this has to be a motivation for us. A motivation for us to help them. A motivation for us to support them. And it is difficult. There are many, many days, many of us who as humanitarian workers, we will go back. And I remember being in Somalia and seeing the famine, so many people suffering in front of us. In Syria, after talking to this girl, I remember, what can you say to this girl? What do you say to her? You try to give her a hug, you try to help her, you tell her that we will help, Allah will provide. What can you say to this girl? She's teaching us, we cannot teach her, subhanallah. But there are many nights that as a humanitarian worker, after you've been in the field and you've seen, you are affected. But you realize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen you. Alhamdulillah. Allah has chosen you to give that message. Allah has chosen you to be the one to give the message to others and to be the one who is speaking on their behalf. So this is a big responsibility for all of us. That we are seeing, we are hearing, we are knowing. Now we have to share and we have to do our responsibility to help them. And this is what we have to do, inshallah.
That's I lost
Right.
my word, brother. Thank you.
Okey. Tuan Haji sendiri, kalau kita dengar sebelum ini pun Tuan Haji banyak kongsikan dengan kita pengalaman ke negara-negara lain. Kadang-kadang kan ada tak rasa macam geramnya, kenapa orang yang kita rasa mampu, yang kita rasa layak untuk membantu tapi tidak sama-sama dengan kita. Itu antara
Dan
soalan yang diberikan oleh
Kadang-kadang
rakyat kita di
memperlekehkan
Facebook.
usaha yang kita buat.
Ya.
Kita kena ultra positif. We must be positively positive. Memang akan ada saja orang yang komplain, orang yang ni, tetapi kita kena berusaha dan terus doa. Sebab kalau kita sendiri menyimpan sifat negatif dan geram dalam diri kita, saya fikir ramai humanitarian worker tidak akan survive sehingga ke hari ini. Jadi memang akan ada ramai keyboard warriors di luar sana. Mungkin mereka tidak pernah merasa bagaimana agaknya anak mereka menjadi seperti maruah, kan? Jadi mudah sangat ni. Tetapi ingat ya, setiap yang kita share ataupun komen dalam keyboard kita itu akan dipersoalkan oleh Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala dan mencalakan bukan satu, bukan dua, tapi ribuan jiwa orang lain. Jadi kita cuba fikirkan. So di sini kita sebagai humanitarian worker, people can continue to complain and be part of the problem, but we prefer to be part of the solution. We choose to be part of the solution. Kita memilih untuk menjadi sebahagian daripada jalan penyelesaian. Sudah terlampau banyak sangat masalah di atas dunia ini. There's just so many problems already and challenges in this world. Please don't add more. Jadi apa kata kita memilih untuk meneruskan untuk menjadi sebahagian daripada jalan penyelesaian itu. Sebagaimana yang Brother Salah sebut tadi, berjumpa dengan maruah, berjumpa dengan siapa saja, malu kita di hadapan Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Definitely will be questioned, kita akan dipersoalkan. Kita dah ada internet, takkan kita nak kata kita tidak tahu. Sekurang-kurangnya saya bertanggungjawab di hadapan Maha Pencipta yang saya sudah menyampaikan kepada anda semua, tak kira bangsa, agama.
Paling tidak kita boleh menyampaikan tenaga, macam Brother Salah kata
benar,
tadi, energy.
Benar.
Baik, Brother Salah, do you have any specific ideas or plan to increase the donation or the percentage of zakat or the collection that which is being given by the people all around the world? Do you have any specific ideas to increase it?
Yeah, I mean, just to go back. Number one, we ask everybody to make dua. We have to be positive. We have to make dua for the situation. Okay. Number two, we ask everybody, do what you can. So you say to me, what's the plan? The plan is to deliver the message. I don't chase money. We don't chase money. We're not here to say give money. Our job is to give the message.
We create awareness.
We create awareness. We tell people, we try to speak on behalf of those who are in need. We, as Islamic Relief, are the bridge. We are the bridge between the poor. The poor is on one side. We take the message from the poor and we give it to those who have the money. We give it to those who are thinking. We give it to those who are knowing of the situation. So we understand the situation and we are the bridge. We give that message to those on the other side, like the community here in Malaysia, like on this radio. So we are knowing what's going on with the poor. We be the bridge. We link the poor to the others. And then we be the bridge back. So then from the others, we take the thinking, we take the money, we take the support, and we give it back to them. So we always have to be the bridge. This is our responsibility. So the plan, we have to keep giving the message. We have to be stronger. So we've come here today on the radio to ask for people's support, to ask for people to be volunteers, for us to people, if you go on our Facebook page, you make a like and you make a share. And you say to people, look at Madaya. You say to people, anytime there is an emergency, Islamic Relief is responding, like the floods here in Malaysia. We were one of the first there delivering. Because charity is not only abroad, charity is here. Very close to us, we have Myanmar. The situation. We're aware of this. This is people suffering. We have to respond to them. We have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us all the opportunity. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us all the ability to give our zakat, to give our sadaqah. Maybe sponsor an orphan. Maybe you want to sponsor an orphan. Maybe you want to give your time. Maybe you want to give a message. Everybody can do something. No matter what. If you don't have money, give time. If you can't give time, make dua. If you can't make dua, may Allah help you to make dua, inshallah.
We spread the love.
Yes.
We doesn't really have the capability of financial or whatever it is. There
Yeah.
is always love.
Yeah. It's about the good intention. Having the intention to do the khair, to do the goodness.
Serious-
And this is what this is about, subhanallah.
Seriously, when you talk about Marwah just now, it's really like bugging me just a little bit because I've been to Balkan, I think about 2 months back. I've seen it, the early stage of winterization there.
Yeah.
It's really hurting me,
Yeah.
but I can't do anything about it at that time. But seriously, I can always share the experience. But thank you once again to Brother Salah Abdul Qasim. Terima kasih kepada Brother Haji Zairul.
Tapi untuk masa yang sikit ni mungkin Tuan Haji boleh kongsikan dengan kita bagaimana sebenarnya cara
Aha.
untuk mereka menyumbang
Menyumbang sekali lagi Tuan Haji.
menerusi Islamic
Ya,
Relief.
seperti biasa can go to Facebook kita Islamic Relief Malaysia. Telefon kita sekarang juga 8926 3434. Donate through My Sedekah tu boleh insya-Allah. Dan of course download kita punya mobile apps IR Malaysia. Ya. Dan apa ni, of course boleh datang ke charity shop kita. Charity shop kita sebagaimana saya dah beritahu dalam sesi lepas, kita ada cawangan kedua sekarang ni di Masjid Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin. Daripada hari Isnin sampai hari Jumaat boleh juga ke sana. You beli apa saja, insya-Allah the money will be donated for a good cause. Insya-Allah. Jadi always fikir kemanusiaan, fikir Islamic Relief insya-Allah.